The ocean roared with a fury as Dr. Eleanor Grey adjusted her dive suit. She glanced at her team, each member brimming with excitement and nervousness. They were about to embark on a journey no human had dared to before. "Remember," she said firmly, "we're not just chasing myths, we're making history." Their submarine, the Mariner, descended into the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. The mission was clear: locate the remnants of the legendary Atlantis. Eleanor had spent years decoding ancient maps and cryptic texts. Her breakthrough came with a discovery of a peculiar artifact near the Canary Islands. It bore symbols unlike any known civilization, glowing faintly in the dark. As the Mariner descended deeper, the team's radios crackled with static. "Visibility is low," remarked Jake, the CO pilot, peering out the thick glass. Suddenly, a faint blue glow appeared in the distance, pulsating gently. "That's it," Eleanor exclaimed, her heart pounding in anticipation. The submarine approached cautiously, and the team gasped collectively. Before them lay an underwater city, untouched for millennia. Massive pillars adorned with luminescent coral towered above. Structures resembling temples and domes sprawled across the ocean floor. "It's alive," whispered Clara, the marine biologist. Strange aquatic creatures darted in and out of the ruins. They appeared to glow with the same blue light as the structures. Eleanor felt a chill. It was both beautiful and eerie. "Let's go outside," she ordered, adrenaline coursing through her veins. The team suited up and exited through the submarine's airlock. As their feet touched the seabed, the ground beneath them vibrated. Jake scanned the area with a device, detecting energy readings off the charts. "This place is radiating some kind of power," he reported. They approached a central plaza with an enormous statue at its heart. The statue depicted a regal figure holding a trident, likely Poseidon. Eleanor noticed inscriptions on the pedestal, partially eroded by time. She ran her fingers over the carvings, deciphering what she could. "Beware the Guardian," the inscription warned, sending a shiver down her spine. Just then, the waters around them began to churn violently. A shadow loomed above, blocking the faint light filtering from the surface. The team looked up and froze in terror. A massive sea serpent, glowing with the same eerie blue light, circled them. "Fall back," Jake yelled, pulling Clara toward the submarine. But Eleanor stood her ground, captivated by the creature's mesmerizing eyes. It didn't attack but seemed to be observing them intently. Eleanor took a deep breath and extended her hand slowly. The serpent leaned in, its scales shimmering like liquid sapphire. "It's not hostile," she whispered, realizing it was communicating through vibrations. The creature led them toward a massive dome with a shattered roof. Inside, they discovered what seemed to be a throne room. A broken throne sat atop a dais, surrounded by strange artifacts. One artifact stood out, a crystal orb pulsating with energy. Eleanor approached it, feeling a magnetic pull. As she touched it, visions flooded her mind. She saw Atlantis in its prime, a utopia thriving on advanced technology. The Atlanteans had harnessed energy from the ocean's core, but their ambition led to their downfall, triggering a catastrophic event. The visions faded, and Eleanor gasped for breath. "This orb holds their history," she explained to the team. They carefully placed the orb in a secure container. Suddenly, the serpent let out a low growl, sensing danger. The ground shook violently as the dome began to collapse. "We need to leave now," Jake shouted, dragging Eleanor. The serpent guided them back to the submarine, its movements urgent. As they boarded, Eleanor glanced back at the ruins, her heart heavy. "Atlantis isn't just a legend," she murmured. The submarine ascended rapidly as the city crumbled behind them. Back on the research vessel, the team celebrated their survival. But Eleanor's thoughts were consumed by the orb's revelations. She believed humanity could learn from Atlantis' mistakes. The orb glowed faintly, as if acknowledging her thoughts. Days later, the team presented their findings to the world. Scientists and historians were astounded by the discovery. The orb became the centerpiece of an exhibit, drawing global attention. But its energy began to attract powerful corporations with ulterior motives. Eleanor feared history might repeat itself. She secretly created a foundation to protect the orb and its secrets. Visitors flocked to see the exhibit, inspired by Atlantis' story. Among them was a young girl who dreamed of becoming an explorer. "Dr. Grey, can you tell me about Atlantis?" she asked shyly. Eleanor smiled, seeing her younger self in the girl. She shared the tale, emphasizing the importance of humility and balance. The girl's eyes sparkled with determination. "One day, I'll discover something amazing too," she declared. Eleanor nodded, feeling a renewed sense of hope. Meanwhile, the serpent remained near the ruins, guarding the remnants. It occasionally surfaced, glimpsed by sailors who spoke of sea legends. Eleanor returned to the ocean often, studying the orb in secret. She believed the Atlanteans' knowledge could aid humanity responsibly, but she also knew the dangers of unbridled ambition. Her dreams were often filled with the vision of Atlantis' glory. Each time, she awoke with a mix of awe and sadness. The world had changed since her discovery, but so had she. She became an advocate for preserving the planet's natural balance. The story of Atlantis inspired a generation of explorers and environmentalists. The orb remained a symbol of wisdom and caution. Eleanor grew older, her name etched in history. On her final dive, she returned to the ruins, seeking closure. The serpent greeted her, its eyes filled with understanding. She left the orb behind, returning it to its rightful place. As she ascended for the last time, she felt at peace. The ocean embraced her, a silent guardian of her legacy. Atlantis' story was no longer a mystery but a lesson. Humanity continued to explore the depths, inspired by her courage. The serpent faded into the abyss, its duty fulfilled. Atlantis remained a beacon of hope and caution for generations. Eleanor's name was whispered alongside legends, her story eternal.